What's up? What's happening? It is Dr. Carmen in the kitchen with you. Apparently, since it's been a while since I've done one of these in the kitchen, oops, I have to get used to the setup again. My goodness gracious. Anyway, I am here. It is Monday, the 13th, and I need to do some hot sausage patties. So I'm going to show you how I make them. I think I've sent you pictures before on here after the fact, but I'm actually going to go through making the hot sausage patties. The only thing I changed in here is instead of sugar, we're using monk fruit. Everything else is low carb friendly. So the recipe is from gumbopages.com, and it calls for 4 pounds of lean fresh pork, 2 pounds of pork fat. I am only using 2 pounds of what Butcher Block calls breakfast sausage, which is pork sausage. It has all the fat in it, so we're good. No hormones or antibiotics. And it is, again, grass fed cows and pigs that come off of that farm. So I know it's fresh. I know it doesn't have anything that I don't need to have in it. So we're going to add to that 2 teaspoons of finely minced garlic, 3 to 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of uh, salt, 3 tablespoons of ground bay leaf, which I ground myself in my NutriBullet. That's what's left. I don't know if that'll make quite 3 tablespoons, but it does add some extra kick. So you need to have bay leaf in there, even if it's only a little bit. 3 tablespoons of paprika. And like I said, instead of sugar, we're using half of a teaspoon of monk fruit sugar. And I have done this like 2 times already. So the substitution really works and it works really well. So it should yield, if you're going to make sausages, 3 yards of casing. For me, I found it makes about 8 patties, which is good. And I'll stick them in the freezer and then just heat them as needed. So do me a favor as you're hopping on, say hello, tell me how you're doing. I'm going to pull up my activities today because y'all, it's time to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right, we're celebrating a win. This is week 3 of the 30-day jumpstart challenge with Girl Trek. You can go to you can go to www.girltrek.com or .org. I'll get that. If it doesn't work, let me know and I'll get you the right link. But anyway, you can go to Girl Trek and get your handy dandy scavenger hunt thing. You just got to do it for 21 days out of the 30 to earn your trekkers and also to, get some street cred. You know what I'm talking about? Some street cred for doing the walks, lifestyle walk, activity walks, free your mind walks, activism walks, all the things. So yeah, I was supposed to be looking up. Whew, I need some ketones because I've just been back home long enough to stop sweating. And yeah, a girl needs to rehydrate and do all the things. So why aren't you cooperating? I did that already. Activities, history. There we go. So we did the third, no, is it? So week 2 started the cadence drills for the 11 week um, Garmin Galloway challenge. Galloway is a famous runner, so I'm trying to learn how to jog. So this was week 2 of the cadence drills. So I did 1.06 miles after the cadence drill, because that's what's coming up first. Average pace 19 miles an hour. I did it in 20 minutes and 15 seconds. And the cadence drills take about 20 to 30 minutes. So I usually do them before the walking portion of things. Here we go. Activities. Come on. So that was a mile 0.14 for 2.14 miles total today. That's going to go on my Alzheimer's checklist. 2.14 total miles. Remind me, guys, in the comments of how many miles I walked today. Average pace on the cadence run was 19:33. But here's the interesting thing. I found that after doing the cadence drills, it got easier, and I was jogging more than I was walking. So that was the best part, that I was jogging more than I was walking, and it got easier. The first week was rough. I couldn't do 5 seconds running. Now they have you doing like 2 drills of 30 seconds running. So it's been a good deal. I still have to sync it with my phone for it to count, but now we know how to do it. So that is another 2.14 miles to the 50 miles. And we were about 45% of the way through it yesterday with the 2 miles I did yesterday. Again, be polite, share the energy, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. So we're going to do that. I almost spilled my pepper. I ground some pepper, so I'm going to sprinkle that in here. And I'm going to put on my other glove, because really what you're going to want to do is knead the pork to make the sausages. You're going to knead all of the ingredients together, and then we'll make patties. I've torn 2 pages of parchment paper, because that's what I'm going to put them on and freeze them. Makes it much easier to get them separated after. So we got our pink Himalayan sea salt instead of iodized salt. And we got our Alessi minced garlic or garlic puree. So let's see, how much of the garlic? 2 teaspoons. All right, 2 teaspoons of the garlic. So that's 1. Try to spread it over. And 2. So it's not looking pretty, but it'll be tasty, tasty, tasty. We're going to add our bay leaf. Let's see, where can I put this? I didn't do my usual getting myself a paper towel. Oh, well. All right, so let's go with the bay leaf, and then I'll have something to put it on. Can't get in it with the glove. So sprinkling the bay leaf in here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the full 3 to 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, since I didn't grind as much of the black pepper. And then we're going to have the sugar to kind of counteract that. So we need 3 tablespoons. I think that's all the cayenne I got. So it's pretty chunky. I might just make it on the struggle bus with the pepper. 2. Goodness gracious, I can't get it out of here. Try to close these as tight as you can so no moisture gets in, and sometimes it's still hard. Oh my God, does anybody else get the sneezes? Thank you for the love when you're dealing with pepper and spices. Oh my goodness, it just makes my nose not happy, and it tickles. It tickles. Making a mess. So now we have to get the paprika, and we need 3 tablespoons of paprika. But as I was saying before, oh man, got the sneezies. It gets easier the more that you do this. That's why week 3 is so important. They say you need 21 days to make a new habit, to pick up a new habit and get rid of an old one. So that's roughly about 3 weeks. If you're doing 7 days times three, we're gonna go for the whole month. So that's one. The cayenne. Oh, let's see. Yeah, talking and counting is not conducive, people. It's just not conducive. Anyway, let me see. Anybody listening out there? How much paprika did we need? 3 tablespoons of paprika. There we go. That's what's gonna make it look a little bit more red and less like just pork sausage. I don't know if any of you have ever been through New Orleans and tried the Patton's. Ooh, that was too much. Hot sausage. So they changed it a lot after Katrina. So I'm gonna blame my sister on this. She was searching for some authentic Patton's style hot sausages, and she decided to make her own, hence looking up the gumbo pages. Thank you guys for providing this. Oh, we almost forgot the sugar. So again, instead of sugar, we're going to be using monk fruit, and it calls for half a teaspoon of sugar. Now, I put the whole deal of the cayenne pepper. So we're going to need this to balance out some of that heat. So I'm going to do a whole teaspoon or 3/4 of a teaspoon. So it's about 3/4 of a tablespoon of the monk fruit instead of half a teaspoon. Again, because we added all of that heat on there, so we want to balance it out. And then I'm going to knead this in and blend it really, really well. If I can get my other glove on. And we're going to make some patties, but this is what it looks like before it's all kneaded. Guys, do me a favor and let me know what goals you're working on this week. What's up, Betty? I didn't have the comments on to where I could see them. Shout out to Grenada. It's going to be so yummy. Oh, guys, and you know what I'm putting it on, right? No ordinary buns for me. I am going to be using the Smart Buns with the, all right, y'all got to break up a little bit more. The Smart Buns with the seeds on top, just like the Big Mac buns. I think it's sesame seeds. Anybody know? Does Big Mac have sesame seeds on the top? It's not everything bagel. That is the wrong answer. But it makes it look like a fast food restaurant burger. Plus, the Smart Buns taste really good and they last in your fridge or your freezer, so you don't have to use them right away. And again, low carb. I'm trying to keep it low carb, low sugar, and eating intuitively, eating when I'm hungry. And believe me, with all this running, I am hungry. I actually have, my meals came today. I don't even remember what I picked. So it's not like I actually have to cook, but I was supposed to do this like 2 days ago, and I just didn't feel like it. I was tired. And when you're in the kitchen, you got to have good energy to, babysit the pot, to make sure you're putting all the ingredients in that you're supposed to have. And so nothing bad happens in the kitchen. So that's why we waited until today when we were feeling more energetic and not doing all the things. Because I don't know about y'all, but it was like 89, 90 degrees this weekend. Pure, scalding, beaming heat. Great Florida day if you were going to the beach, but you could be out in that for like 20 minutes and feel totally wiped out because the heat was so hot. I don't know what the heat index was, but it felt like 100. And I would not be surprised if that's what the weatherman said, even with some of the rain on Saturday, which didn't happen as much as they were predicting. But yeah, it's totally hot, and I'm trying to run when it's a little cooler, but I don't always make it to that. So here's our finished product, and I think it's well blended, manipulated, however you want to say it. Like I said, it's kind of like kneading dough to make sure that the ingredients are throughout. And parchment paper number 1. Let's see here. Get rid of some of this. It may not be as wonderful as my other batches, but we are going to work with it. I'm going to give you some of the action and less of me. Yeah. So trying to make it uniform. I don't have I should have get one of those hamburger thingies from the supermarket, but I didn't. So here's our first patty. I usually put 2 at a time and then roll them over so it's covered on one side. I don't know, because this recipe is usually for making the pork sausages in the casing, and I don't have time for that. Neither do I have the thing you need to grind this. So that is not going to happen. Not going to happen in this kitchen. So here's our 2 patties. I don't know if you can see the other one. There we go. We got 2 patties. And we're going to turn them over. So that keeps them separated, and make 2 more patties to go with that. They will cook down a lot depending on how much fat is in here. But like I said, I hope I distributed everything pretty well. They cook up really well in the microwave or on the stove. Your mileage may vary. I do a lot of shortcuts and time savers. All right, so that makes 4. And we're going to fold that over. New parchment paper. And we still got this much left, so hopefully we can get 4 out of this if I'm doing it equally. Hopefully. Pinch a little back from that. All right, you guys, you got to cooperate here. All right, this is 2. Should have greased my hands so it maybe wouldn't stick to the gloves so much. So here's 2 more. Flip them over. Mash them. And we got 2 more left here. So 8 total. Isn't that amazing? And like I said, you can put these in the freezer. And then what I usually do is I take them out in the morning if I'm going to have them for lunch or dinner. And they thaw in the refrigerator. Yeah, almost couldn't say those words. Need some more juice. Need some more juice. And there you have it. I got 8 patties out of this. And we're done. And like I said, I will use, still a little sore, Smart Buns. These have sesame seeds on top. Looks just like a Big Mac. And that's what we are going to do once it's ready. All right, so this is going to make a great sandwich. It's going to, if you're going to be taking it to cookouts, or if you're going to get Angus patties and you want to go to the cookout, bring your Smart Buns with you. These are available in the freezer section. The freezer section at Publix. Oh, didn't quite have enough paper for this one. Ooh, well. So it's already going to go in the baggie, and then we're going to be done. It's just that simple. Let's not make it complicated, right? So fold it in half, and we're going to put the other one in there. Fold it in half. Should have had some more separation between those 2. But now we're ready. This is Meal Prep 101 if you want to consider it that. Again, it's a very simple recipe, very easy to do. You can do it with ground pork. Just make sure it has a good fatty content. I don't think you need to add the pork fat, but like I said, these are from Butcher Block, and this is their breakfast sausage. So I just choose to use that instead of ground pork, which in the supermarket may not have as much fat as the breakfast sausage from Butcher Block. Any questions? Any other recipes you might want me to try out? It's hard for me to see if you don't say hi to me, and if you don't give StreamYard permission to post your comments. But that's it. Like I said, week 3 is off with a bang. Did I really want to work out this afternoon? Not especially. No. But a quarter of the mile in, I was feeling better. I was feeling more energetic. And like I said, because it wasn't as hard as it was week 1, I got proud of myself. I felt good about myself about sticking with it, but no, I did not feel like doing it. I knew that I have to do the cadence drills because they come 3 a week. I was proud of myself. High five to me for sticking with it and getting that cadence drill in, which for those of you who didn't see my earlier broadcast, the cadence drills are to help me with pacing between a light jog and a brisker jog and then walking, because it actually improves your speed. And so you do a 10-minute warm up, you do 2 30-minute drills, at least this week that's what we're on. And then you do a 10-minute cool down. That's the cadence drill, and working on getting my speed up, working on doing a glide as you're coming off of the speeded part of it or the jog and all of that, just pacing yourself. Also better for your muscles and better for your joints with the short, quick steps on the toes. So that's what we're working on. Again, the Galloway program is an 11-week running program through Garmin, which is the watch that I have, my Vivo Active, through Garmin. And then I'm doing the 50-mile challenge with the Alzheimer's Association. You can still donate if you're on Facebook and you press my profile picture. There's a donate button in there that goes to help with research and help with services. And then finally, the 30-day jump start with Girl Trek, which is to inspire people to get out, get active, be outdoors, do it for 30 days. If you can do it for 30 days, you got it going on. Like I said, it takes 3 weeks to build a new habit. If you've got it for 4 weeks and you do the full 4 weeks, at least 21 days out of the 30 for Girl Trek, you got a new habit. You can start feeling better. You can start having less issues with being able to do things with your kids, your grandkids, your significant others, because your cardio health will be better, your mood will be better, and it'll just be a nice way to connect with other people, other trekkers, other girl trekkers. I know there are tons of walking groups in my community. I'm sure there are walking groups in your community. Girl Trek is free and we're nationwide. So if you're interested in that, put Girl Trek in the comments. If you're interested in the Alzheimer's thing, again, the donation button is in my profile. And that's all, folks. Thank you so much for listening in. Remember, just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's not full of flavor. So I'll see you guys next time. I'm not sure how many times a week I'll be doing these kitchens because, like I said, I like to do my food prep and cooking in the beginning of the week so I can last through the whole week and mix and match so I don't get bored with the options. So I might have one thing for Monday through Wednesday and something else for Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So that's how I like to do it. It's less work for me if I just do the 2 things early on and have some choices. Again, I've still got my my meals that come farm to table, and that's going to cut down on a lot of times. But now I'm trying to get back into doing more of the meal prep for myself and making healthier selections. So we're going to make some healthy selections. We're going to have lots of flavor. And if you guys are interested, maybe I will compile all my favorite recipes that I've tried to redo to make them more healthy. So thank you again for hopping on. Don't forget to share me out with other people who are looking for new things to do with the food that is still healthy, is still tasty, and that everybody will eat. Have a good night.